Hello dear Libras, welcome back to my channel. If you didn't subscribe, wait until you get to the end of the reading. And if you think that it resonated with you and it brought you some clarity, then please do hit the subscribe button and the notification button that will tell you when I'm gonna upload your next month's reading. It's really nice to have this chance to read for you, and just bear with me for a second until I shuffle the cards for Libras in the month of August. What can we expect? Last month we were talking about some sort of a fight that was about to start, and I was advising you to take some time out and enjoy the little things in life, because you are about to carry a very important fight. Not an internal one, but an external one. And this month, I want to see how that progressed. If I remember correctly, the Seven of Cups came out in your last reading as well. This is a card speaking about wishes, dreams, and hopes. And the many options that one can consider when moving forward. But this is not necessarily a card to tell you that you're gonna be successful. It's more likely an advice to be careful what you choose, and do not trust that everything is a good solid opportunity. So this month, what do we have for Libras? It seems you have started something new. You took a leap of faith. Interestingly, I do not see a card of leaving something behind, but more likely from your stable position, you simply embarked on a new journey or are about to do so. Are you preparing to travel somewhere, change countries, cities, workplaces, go to university? The Seven of Cups comes up as an issue this time. And if last month I was advising to enjoy these little things, the rainbows and the butterflies and the kittens and the sandcastles, this month it seems it's time to get more serious. It seems you are daydreaming, Libra, and perhaps you didn't decide or you didn't make a plan on how to proceed forward. You don't have any bad cards in your reading for August. But you don't seem to be quite sure about what to do. The Four of Cups coming as a helper, it's a rather unusual card to have in this position. It normally speaks about crying over the spilled milk. But in this case, it might have advised you to actually take some time and ponder about the value of each cup. Sorry, I'm going to move the camera a bit because I'm too close and you can't see the cards fully. I think it's better now, and I'm going to move them up a bit. The Four of Cups represents a person that is sad because something has left their life. He feels alone and he feels the need to withdraw within himself or herself. And he does have here a good companion. But she joins him. She's actually not pulling him towards taking action. She understands that the time for grieving is sometimes or always necessary, and that you need to honor your emotions, because you can't move forward with this carefree attitude until you have assimilated the lessons of the past. So perhaps that's what you have to do in August. If something happened in July, or maybe even earlier, because to me the Four of Cups speaks about the past, a relationship with something from your past that you lost. Memories of things that you once loved and that have disappeared from your life. And in order to get your energy back, you do need to honor your feelings, what made you feel safe, loved, and alive in the past. You need to keep the memories and turn them into treasures of your heart that you keep like precious stones and put in this bag when you start a new journey. And when you know what your values are, then you are much more capable to choose between the offers that the world has for you. As a challenge, you have the Taking Action card. The call to action is a challenge for you. He's already on a path, shouting towards others, telling them what he found, and then that they can come and follow. He's like a scout, like a Boy Scout, the Page of Wands. The first to go and to report back and to give the call to action to the group. To you, that is a challenge, so maybe you have a difficulty initiating or taking the first steps after you have taken the leap of faith here. If you've already taken the leap of faith, now you're kind of stumbling upon your first steps. But the outcome is a very good outcome. Or at least it's not a bad outcome. I wouldn't call it a very good outcome in itself, because it's a card that speaks of progress. It's a good outcome because it tells me that you will see things moving. The Three of Wands shows up after you have taken a new beginning and you have made the first steps, and it shows up as a card of waiting for your return on investment. The outcome may somehow not be related to the rest of the cards, because I don't see that in August you have taken clear steps. August tells me you started something and you jump from 0 to 3. I don't know where the 2 stage is, the stage in which you put things into practice, bring them into the world, and then expect the results, which is the card, what the Three of Wands talks about, waiting for the first round of results. So I don't know exactly how you are jumping from 0 to 3. So maybe it's not related, and maybe the Four of Cups is connected to the Three of Wands in somehow. Did you invest in something and now you're waiting before you move forward? Let's try some additional questions, which I use if I'm not particularly happy with the outcome. How to fix it? If there is a problem, how to fix it? And if you follow the advice of the cards, what would be the altered outcome? I'm sorry about the light. I'm actually traveling and recording from a hotel room. So I'm using whatever I can. I didn't want to miss the chance to do this reading for you. Okay, for all the Libras watching this and needing advice. Five of Cups. Interesting. Very interesting. How to fix this? How can we make Libra feel better? What is the advice? What should they do so that at the end of August they say it was a rather good month? I've actually made some progress. Leaving. Oh, you can't see them. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna bring them here. Five of Cups. This speaks clearly about grieving. The Four of Cups speaks about sadness, but the Five of Cups speaks about some serious grieving. Loss of faith, despair, deep sadness. So I'm afraid something rather serious happened to you, Libra. You're not just reminiscing about the past, but maybe you had a loss of a relationship or something that you cared about. And the advice is quite simple. Six of Swords says, move on, leave the situation behind. And these two cards came out for you, and this is really lovely. And they speak about an altered outcome. The Three of Cups and the Page of Cups. Libra, perhaps you have to take take a trip. The King of Swords wanted to come out for you. I'm going to just place it here. The King of Swords is a king of air, and it stands out for your element. So maybe this is you getting your power back, and the clarity, and the capacity to communicate and influence the world around you. And I was saying that the world popped out. Very interesting. Okay, so bear with me 1 second until I rearrange them a bit. Actually, I'm gonna just take this out. That's not something I usually do. Again, we all need to work with what's presented, what we have at a certain point in time. All right. So finally, we got to the outcome that satisfies you. Apologize again for moving the camera. Okay. The advice for you is to take a trip. I would take it literally as taking a trip. Maybe go see the mountains, or spend a day somewhere near the water. Both these cards speak about water. Both characters are weeping and reminiscing close to a body of water. Waterfall, lake, seaside. The Six of Swords speaks about water again. Not to mention the Three of Wands. So I'd say it's advisable for you in August to spend some time in a peaceful, quiet place with some running or still water, wherever, whatever works for you best, whatever makes you, whatever brings you back to yourself and gives you the possibility to feel, because that's what you need to do in August. You need to feel your feelings. I know it sounds crazy, but most of us nowadays, we push feelings aside. We try to ignore them, and we ignore them, particularly if we have very busy lives. We don't have the time to actually feel our feelings. They happen in the background, and then they might come back up as different type of emotions, like aggressivity, or maybe they come back up as illnesses. And if you do so, then that will improve the way you feel and the outcome of the month. The Three of Cups is a card of celebration, rejoicing with friends. These three ladies, they gathered in order to celebrate their bond. It's a card of friendship. And the Page of Cups is an offer of something that will make your heart sing. Often called an offer of love. It's not necessarily about romantic love, but maybe you get an invitation to visit someone, a friend, and spending time with them will make you feel much better, much more content. Or attending an event, or doing something creative. And then we have the King of Swords and the World. And that tells me that once you clear out the emotions attached to the past, and you find your emotional balance again, perhaps with the help of some friends or whatever supports you, then you get back into your power, and then the world shows up to remind you that you are part of it and that you belong. And you can also take it as a hint that the world can still be your oyster, and you can still have it at your feet, and you can still have everything that you want in life, and all of them in balance. That balance will be restored between the energies and the participants to your life story. But first, you need to do your inner work. In the month of August, dear Libra, is not about taking action. And some people might call you to do so. They might say, you gotta do something, you gotta start, you gotta go there, you gotta, with this Page of Wands and this full energy. But I do not recommend that. I'm saying, do not stress about it. About taking action in the month of August. First, set your ducks in a row, emotionally. Find yourself and your center again. And then, when you have your own mental clarity and your mental capacities and powers restored or charged back to 100%, then you can think of which action to take, and a very good outcome is guaranteed as the world recognizes you as an intimate part of it and will allow you to do whatever it takes and whatever you need to get your wishes and your needs met. So, dear Libra, keep your head up. And I personally enjoyed your reading because sometimes we need to hear it from someone else, that we need to take time to heal our wounds and find our inner peace. Because if we are always on the go, we go forward incomplete and without the lessons learned. So I was happy to be the one to deliver this message to you. Please let me know in comments what you're going through, and I'll see you in September. Enjoy your August, Libra. Bye.